to the future. A place where you can find anything you desire. If the burner gangs don't find you first. Where the fastest racers are artificial. And if you're human, don't stand a chance. Star Circuit.
But I'm trying, Ringo. I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd.
Art Bros, what's up? Click the wrong one. What's up, George?
Art Bros, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Pretty good. It's another Wednesday. We always do it at 7. For a while, we're real inconsistent, but yeah, I'm glad we have a new show every week, because sometimes I come up with a couple of wacky ideas, and it's always better to have not those wacky ideas. I'm talking about last week we did a appreciation of art week, and this week we're back to a creator. So I'm hopefully going to be back to the art appreciation next week after this one. So
and one of my artists that we're talking to today was on my list.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. That is a good point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have plenty of people to go through for the art appreciation stream. We might even go 3 streams of it. I don't know. I feel like 2 streams we can get a good chunk, but if we do 3, we'll definitely hit everybody we want to talk about. How you been?
I've been good. Like I said, been doing streams, been in the chats, saying hi to people. I'm gonna be back on Good Stuff, I believe. Their next episode. It's gonna be late at night for us Eastern Standard people, but Right. So I'm just showing the book, getting everybody's opinion on it, seeing what's going on.
Heck yeah. I was wondering, you don't have a teaser. Do you have a plan to do a teaser trailer for the
eventually? Eventually. Okay. Actually, to do one now probably wouldn't be too much of a bad idea, because I got enough images to make something quick. But
why not just take some from the game, and
because there's a 10/15 year gap between those. But if you're talking
just some of the sliding background cards or something, just to help you out or something, I don't know.
Yeah. The art's coming though. The art's coming. The cover coming will look really good once I start kind of breaking that up for some promotional stuff. So
let's say hello to chat. Here.
Chris Fisk, what's up?
Chris Fisk.
Yeah, he's my liquid. He's my liquid Chris. So the whole Chris Chan before the recent stuff. Yeah, the imitator. Yeah, he's got a better arcade. He's got a book that looks amazing. Everything is just...
His background is, I think, maybe got you trumped. We don't know. I think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's a lot of fun. And then, what's up, Coleman? How you doing?
For sure.
You dropped in first. Unhinged.
I do love Coleman showing up.
Hey, Collision Bomb. What's up? She has backed
our good friend Jason's here.
What's up, dude?
So yeah, we're gonna be talking to a good friend to all of us, and also another good friend. Forgot we got Dan and Billy here today for the Goblin Girl. So we'll talk to them. Do you have anything you want to bring up about BECKONED before we jump into that?
If you want to, hold on. Yeah, let's get the promo stuff up and out of the way, guys. My name is Jeremy Thevenot, aka the Colonel, Colonel Crack or Lieutenant Colonel Crack, whatever you guys know me as it is. But I originally came out into the scene of here with a video game called Beckon. It's a prototype, so it doesn't have all the mechanics, but you can actually go to our website at beckon.com and go to the game tab, and we have a little clicker there. You can go right to the demo, which I was showing you. You can play it for free, or you can go check out that closed Indiegogo page and look at what we did and how we were marketing it and such. But for right now, we have a sign-up page for Beckon RECOURSE. Joe has the link in the description. And through that, it is a story about a father who's raising a family in this kingdom that's basically the Canaan paradise out of Exodus or out of Egypt when through Exodus. So it's a very similar story to that. You can right click and open a new tab and get a real good close look at a lower res version than print, but it gives you a nice closer view of everything. And just through the images, I'm hoping I'm kind of conveying, like, we got a Moses leading his people out of this dark land.
We can check this out one more time on the way out. But yeah,
I was getting it out of the
description.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wanted to like, give us a couple times, 2 times the eyes on the product here. Yeah, your cover's looking great though. Coming along.
All right. Yeah. So go sign up, guys.
So go sign up. Links are in the description. We'll come back to it later on in the show. Yep. But for now, let's bring on the guests and have some chat. Yeah, you already got this page up too. We're gonna pull you out just for a second, or pull that out. Pulling out stuff. What's up, Dan and Billy? How you doing?
Not much, friend.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Boom, Dan and Billy.
You snuck up on us, guys. Yeah, we are excited to have you on. We're all familiar with each other. I'd say we're friends in the Comicsgate space. But yeah, I feel like we've been waiting for Dan's book for so long that I think it's like a celebration in that in itself. So how do you feel about putting out your first book here, Dan?
It's been nerve-wracking and like amazing, and it's been all the emotions, like stuff I thought I wouldn't be feeling, I've been feeling. It's crazy. But I mean, for the most part, like now, kind of after the first week happened, we're just kind of sitting back going, okay, well, this is looking good, I guess. Like, we're doing well. So it's been a surprise. Like, I've said it several times. I knew some people wanted it, but I didn't know that there'd be that many people backing right away. It was overwhelming.
Yeah, and I want to bring up this fact that it's happened to a few of us, but YouTube's pulled down the thumbnail for this stream just for the, I don't know, mildly provocative nature of the character. But I wonder if that's happened to, is that happened to you elsewhere? And has it maybe contributed to maybe less fun or something?
Michael Bancroft had it happen as well.
It's so crazy because the only time I hear about it happening is with art.
Damn.
Like, I've never heard about it happening like with like a photo of a woman's breasts or cleavage, or like a photo of a woman, possibly doing yoga, spread eagle with her butt right in the camera. Like I mean, if it's a real woman and she happens to, just be like, showing it all to the world, like that seems to be the, that's the thumbnail that YouTube wants, because there's tons of that on the platform.
I was going to say, I have to imagine that, I don't know, 70% of the thumbnails on YouTube are just Instagram. Like,
I was going to say that. I was going to say, what about like music videos? Like, come on. Some of those thumbnails. Yeah.
I mean, I see a lot of that camera really high top, kind of downward facing angle, like on a lot of thumbnails. And they don't seem to like, they don't like Dan. They don't like Kenneth Rocafort. Like, anywhere we're like trying to show off some AAT.
I was going to say, it's the subject matter. We'll bring up the book in a second, because we all, a lot of us have seen it before, but for anybody who has not seen this book before, you'll understand what we're talking about in just a second. Now when YouTube pulls down something, I don't know how it works for other people, but for me, they sent me an email, and I'm a small fry. So they sent me one that was like, yo, you might not know this, dude, but your thumbnail has some provocative stuff on it. And he's like, we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt and not give you a strike. That's literally what it says. It's like,
wow.
I think you might have a low IQ, dude, and you might have put up a thumbnail you didn't realize. But yeah, it was a really weird email from YouTube.
Do I need to be careful scrolling through this?
No, I don't think so at all.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really care about the strike anyway, first of all.
Okay.
So let's bring up the page, and it's your Goblin Girl, the Goblin Girl.
I haven't heard anybody having any problems like on the show, like going through the campaign. I think the thumbnail thing like irritates them because it's on the right out in front, and anybody scrolling through will see it, whereas they have to actually watch the video to see any of the other art. So it's like
good point.
A little different, I think.
It's a very good point. Billy brings up already brought up the point that it's not a real photo, and so it's an extra. It's extra egregious to us.
That tells you how good the art is.
Yeah, compliments. Jeremy's got the silver lining there.
I like that Dan's used this example several times. I mean, the product that we're trying to put out here is basically like an Elvira movie meets like a sword and sorcery movie. Like if they had done an Elvira themed high fantasy something, that's kind of like what we're doing. There's some nice things to look at, but there's not anything inappropriate that you wouldn't like. You'd be against like having any 13-year-old boy or girl enjoy, you know?
Right.
And in fact, I can probably think of, if we really tried, like it would probably only take us a minute or two. We could probably all think of something on this panel that we all enjoyed at 13 that maybe we probably weren't supposed to be, but like this is totally above board. Like, you know, I'm not sure why YouTube's going crazy, but
yeah, I don't even think it's that anywhere near that bad. Now it's somewhere in the range of like, I'd say like Mad Magazine or something. That's in the range of like maybe, you know, just seeing Mad Magazine, you're not like scarred for life. So
yeah, right.
You know, Frog G's saying what we all think. Did someone say Goblin Girlfriend?
Yes, friend.
So, Dan, where did you pick that up from? Was there a specific tone you found like in just streams, or is that something you've been doing for a long time? That kind of like, I don't know, voice. I don't know.
Oh, that I don't know.
Yes.
It started because I did.
I've always wondered.
The teaser video is where I've always kind of done that voice just randomly, but it's that it started. I think within everything is that I did a teaser video for the book, which was like I guess for the mailing list, and I had my puppet, my squish, like, you know, puppet guy or whatever, and he was playing a customer in a store, and so I decided to play the off-screen voice, and I had to flip it like enough to where everybody knows it's me, but I have like him, he's more high pitched and like whatever, so I made the Mr. Shill voice, the other voice, kind of like this you know, television announcer sort of voice of going, "Hello, friend. Do you like this? Do you like that? Well, then you will love this, friend. It's good for you." And so I did this whole video with that, and it had some funny punctuations. And
there was that era for a while where like the advertisement did that. There would be this like disembodied like commercial announcer, you know, like, "You having trouble, you know, washing those dishes, ladies?" You know, and then like the lady would like turn to the camera to the disembodied voice, like, "Oh my god, I just can't get enough done." Like,
are you tired of spilling your food?
Are your bowels not moving fast enough for you, friend?
I figured it was like from one specific thing that, you know, one maybe ad that you like stuck in your mind as a kid or something that really like was poignant enough. You know?
I think if I think in my head, like the earliest thing I can remember was I think there was a voice like that, like on like old like Tom and Jerry cartoons. Like where I think there was something like that, or oh no, I know where it was from. It was from the Disney cartoons when they would do the Pluto on golf, Pluto on like
I think
Goofy or whatever.
Goofy,
like,
Goofy
our friend, he thinks he's real slick. Look at him with those fancy shoes.
They
You know,
got,
like-
they had that game Bastion that had that voiceover guy that
Yeah.
really played with you. That was really cool. I think the most recent, like well iterated version of that. Yeah.
Good narration is almost like a lost technique that we don't use as much. You know, just like how comic books have kind of had all the narration, the yellow bubbles. They're like, oh no, you got to show them, not tell them. But I'm like, oh, there's a certain appeal though to having a overarching narrator that isn't actually anybody, that kind of tells you the story. I mean, who didn't love that? Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, you know, like, you're like, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I always think about it in like the Fallout sense, and like in the Fallout games, with like the Pip-Boy kind of.
Yes.
old school,
Right.
You know, and
Old-timey
so
advertisement things on there.
Yeah, if I ever have one of those, man, I'm hiring Dan for voiceover.
My worst experience with something like that though was I just recently watched Neverending Story. It's free on YouTube. I've been working, so I threw it up. I have it, but watching it.
You don't have to defend yourself.
No voiceover narrator the whole time until the very end. And it's like, and Bastion had wonderful adventures and everything
right.
before he went back to Fantasia. But that is another story.
Another story.
And I
Wow.
was like, what? Who the hell are you?
That's
Super
There you go, Billy. Yeah, he's my Falcor. I knew you were in my spirit animal. Yeah.
oh my god.
Chris Fix, he's got a good little one here. Tired of being comedically uncoordinated that causes over-the-top physical blunders? Yeah, it's I feel like that's the generic any product out there. Pulling that one off. So we've got a couple things to talk about on the side of comics. I've already brought up that this has been a long time coming. How actually long have you been fiddling with Goblin Girl as a concept?
Since probably about, I want to say like 2008 maybe is about far back as where I started whittling away at it a little bit. And it was a different concept at the time to a certain degree, because it was more of it was trying to be more anime-esque, like in its look and everything. And the design look was a lot simpler and more manga looking. And it was more, I would say it was brighter, like Legend of Zelda looking at the time.
Okay,
So-
less dark, less serious.
Yeah, and then when I actually did the book, when I in 2010, when I made like the little kind of proof of concept mini comic, it went more towards the darker sort of narration. It had a little bit of definitely more than a little bit. It had the anime influence in it still. And then
Honestly, that's the part I like, because it's like, when you see like the making of a movie or something like that, and they show you like all the concept art for all the pre-production of like how the characters kind of like looked and evolved. You might see like a Han Solo or something. It's like, oh, well, look, Han Solo had like a yellow T-shirt on at one point. Crazy, But like at the end, he obviously had the leather jacket and everything. Is the original version that Dan did of Goblin Girl. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dan. I love it because it's so neat going through, because it is still so Goblin Girl, but his art was just.
Do you have it?
Doing a different style.
I do.
Yeah, it's on one of our the reprint of the original 16-page comic is in one of our perks. But Dan was drawing in a different style back then. I mean, it's still his style, but he was like kind of doing more of an anime version of her.
I have it here in front of me too. I could show you some examples of the differences between then and what it is now.
Yeah, it's almost like getting to see her in two different eras, like truly,
Interesting. Yeah, I'm like interested in like like pretty much the conception of it, and like any iteration that I can possibly see would be awesome to see. Do you have something there? Let me zoom in on
share
that.
screen. Oh, yeah.
So this is the original book. It was a 16-page floppy. This is actually the actual original cover of it. I put another one on it because when I made the promo, I wanted something that was closer design-wise to lay out what it might be. But at the time, I was like, yeah, I'll just add a few pages and adjust a few panels and change some stuff. See, here's one of the original designs of her. She was much more anime looking, and So yeah, I thought I was going to keep a lot of it. The only thing that's still in the book that is of the original is this portion of it right here. I redid this top panel because I was never really happy with that completely, but this part I was like, okay, that can live, just as a little bit of a kind of like the crumb of sourdough base in the batch to keep the bread's yeast value. But a lot of this other stuff is just a lot of narration. Like there's not a lot of dialogue in it, narration. So one of the pages like I changed was like I had this page. I more or less I kind of like this shot and this whole thing, but like I thought it could be done better. So this is how this page looks now.
Whoa.
Crazy.
That's incredible page, dude.
It's a totally different sort of thing. And then I just, as I was going along, I was like, oh, I'll keep this page. And I was like, nope, I'll redraw that page. And I just started redrawing stuff. And I had this page and I thought it was a good introduction, but I mean, I liked this panel, but I was like, maybe I can hold on to that and just redo these. And then I tried that and it didn't work out. And I thought his look could have been more ominous when he first shows up. So I did this version of that page now, which is more like telling of the environment a little bit. I mean, this isn't. It's funny. Some of these pages became 3 pages instead of 1, and this is one of the ones that was like became 3. And this was just a better visual of him, other than this little tiny one above her here at the bottom. Right. So I had stuff like that. This shot here, which was a reveal shot, it's nice. It's cute. Whatever, but I imagined it more moody in my head, so then I ended up with this page instead. So it's a lot darker. The mood is a little different.
Just in general, yeah. It just feels like, I guess it just feels more atmospheric too. Like you got the same. Yeah.
We're like Sam Raimi getting to go reshoot Evil Dead. We're like, we're gonna do our Army of Darkness on this shit, and it's gonna knock socks off. Like, I mean, we've all like everybody, we've seen like everybody's familiar with Evil Dead, but like, oh, we're gonna bring out Army of Darkness, and you're gonna be like, what the heck?
Right.
Like,
and we had pages like this in here, which some of them are kind of cool. Like, I kind of like the composition of this one, and then this one here is pretty decent. But I was like, we can up the game visually a little bit more. And so then I did something like that.
Nice.
It's just a little more impressive volume-wise. Like,
the scale comes out so much more.
I'm so glad you're like, these are the pages you decided to show, that the ones that, because none of the stuff that Dan's showing right now, none of this is on the campaign. We just, we had our stuff that we had ready for the campaign page.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make sure, because our book's 98% done. Like, Dan's already, the only page that Dan hasn't drawn is the drawn in tier. Like, so if anybody wants to be in the comic, that's the only page that's left that hasn't been drawn yet. So when we went to go make the campaign, we were like, well, we have a set of images that we want to show in the campaign, but we should also like have another set of like stuff that when we come on shows like this, that's like exclusive to being shown on coming on a show,
Exactly.
Would be cool.
And as far as
anybody that's seen the page, then maybe seen the images before, at least when they come to see us on a show, they'll be getting stuff that they haven't seen yet.
And I'm already partway into the second book, which I did. I even started a second book and I didn't finish it, but I kind of put together sort of a pseudo sort of sampler of some imagery for it. And so it's
hell yeah.
Some of it is already drawn, and I've added some new stuff that I've redrawn. So there is a second version, and most likely, if people really say they enjoy this, I'll probably put this on the second campaign.
Nice.
But yeah.
What did Jason get drawn in? Is that why he spent so much money on you?
Jason bought he didn't get the drawn in tier, I believe. He got the all in tier, which is kind of like our version of that subscription thing like Ethan does.
We tell Jason he's going to be in, but he won't be able to see it anyway. So it doesn't matter.
I really liked the idea of having something where they could get all the different options of stuff that we're having and just pour it in there. So
nice.
There's that version. It's a little bit more, but I think it's value. I mean, we got shirts and all kinds of cool stuff. There's there's something that I'm going to be making by hand that's going to be in there also. I got to start sculpting that this week, and might be multiples of it depending on stretch goals and stuff that we're thinking about doing. So we'll see.
So this is something that you probably talked about a few times already, being the campaign is been alive for a while. Can you go back to the top, Germ?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Do you like your trailer? Do you want me to play the trailer, or would you rather?
I do like the trailer. The only problem I have with the trailer is, for some reason, the audio, because
came out really low.
It's lower than I would like, but it's not bad. It's just not aggressive, like in your face loud. But I know some people prefer it that way a little bit. They're like middle range music with like visuals. So
right.
Well,
so I want to ask you, because I want to get the pitch from you, like, because I haven't heard that before. I want that to be special. I've caught a couple other streams, but I always missed it.
We're definitely in the midst of shooting a second trailer, and like especially after getting because I've watched the Star Circuit trailer at least a dozen times now at this point. but no, but that's not a bad thing. Like, being reminded of it again as your show started, I was like, fuck, this is a good trailer. Like the voiceover is like so spot on. The fact that you had Vosto obviously do you the soundtrack, so it's like your soundtrack like totally fit to like the beats of like the music like perfectly. And that you actually had like some panels cut out to do some like small like motion graphic style stuff. We'd like to shoot another trailer that's a little more on that level. This one's good.
I feel the music matches the visuals in this. It's just not loud enough. There's no descriptor in it. I'm even thinking about doing, because everybody seemed to like the squish in the other video, so we're probably going to be doing a video with him, like a few different ones. So
okay.
So scored by Hans Zimmer. So the squish scored by Hans Zimmer. So you'll see the squish's face, and it'll be like, "Womp, Goblin Girl." Womp.
So like, watch it.
We're gonna watch it. Before we do that, I just want to point out one thing, Jeremy, because I don't want to miss the folks that are hopping in. Froggy's been in here saying fun things, but he's also said this. Artwork's so voluminous, it takes more than one page to show it. Yes.
I had to zoom out a little bit. I'm in tiny mode now.
Voluminous. It's a hard word
voluminous?
to say.
Is that right?
Maybe voluminous.
I wanted voluptuous, but
voluptuous. I like that one too.
And Gingerton's here.
What's up,
as well? So good to see Ginge. So yeah, now we can play the trailer.
Okay. Yeah, and hit. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I dig that.
Yeah.
It's like our teaser trailer too. It's the one, like we were definitely split, like we looked at all these trailers that were like over a minute, and then like we heard kind of what Ethan was saying, like, oh no, people just want around 30 seconds. So it was like we were kind of, that's why I like this trailer, but I think we could use another one that's like our longer version. Like this is our one that, it's like grab your attention.
Yeah.
One that's got some actual voiceover, like I said, Squish maybe saying some stuff.
You might just got a backer from Mr. Phil.
Thank you, friend.
Thank you, Phil.
Heck yeah.
What's up, Sherry?
Back support, baby.
Yes.
And Shari, I can't hear if you're squeaking in the background in some chair, I can't hear you.
She was doing dishes or something.
That deluxe box comes with sketches, and I've been working on doing those. So they're basically.
We show one or two. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they're kind of all the same. They're just because I want to give everybody some equal. Similar. They're just various shots of her.
They're big.
Nice.
God,
Yeah,
like big
that's,
sheets.
this is what this is the size I promised on the campaign. So this is what comes in the that deluxe tier, the Goblin's chest, and we had the trailer, so you kind of saw it on there a little bit. And I'll show you this because I thought you guys might like this. I don't know if you've seen this or not. I know Billy is still in the midst, possibly, of coloring it.
Yeah.
And we haven't.
What you see here for the Goblin Girl cover, like we haven't, like you can see it in the trailer, but like this is a wraparound cover that I'm still like chipping away at. That we got the front done for the campaign, but there's still a whole another half of that composition to be revealed.
Yeah.
I get you now.
Awesome. It's
composed.
It, yeah.
It's composed very well. You can't even really tell that it's a wraparound cover when it's folded. But it opens up really nicely and doesn't feel odd, like it's a new composition. Like Dan just slayed it.
Yes, that's awesome.
Man, I feel like it's cool to see part of it already, and you're like, I wondered what the next part is going to be like.
Damn.
So Chris Fisk. My thoughts exactly here. I love me some reach around covers.
It's full reach around, friend.
and if you get the black and white, decide that you want the black and white version of the book, you'll get that same cover. It'll be the black and white wraparound. I think we might do the logo still in color on the cover, but the cover, the art itself will be black and white. Interiors will be the grayscale black and white.
Yeah.
Nice.
Phil saying he's sorry he couldn't back day one. He was low on whatever those symbols mean.
Yeah, I totally understand that sentiment.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, Phil.
And I'm like, I would love to back like first day. Like, man, I need to back Ethan's Cyberfrog figures that I want because I'm a huge action figure nut, and I'm like, I need to get this set because like this is the value set, but I got to have this much in order to get the value. So it's like I need to do it soon.
I have to have a separate folder on my bookmarks that's just for Indiegogos I need to buy, because if I put it anywhere else, it'll get lost in the shuffle. It's like, and then I know if I drag like the same one, like I just bought, I think US Assassin 3 last week. And it was because I had dragged the URL like 4 times onto the list. Yeah. It was like I was like, all right, I've tried to remind myself 4 times now of this. I think it's time to pull the trigger on it. So, I get it not being able to back on day one, but we really appreciate every backer, and thank you.
Yeah,
so much.
It doesn't matter when you back. If you've backed, you're definitely helping us out. Like it's huge. Every single one counts. I'm always like, it's nice to see the value go up, but like I'm always excited to see like the number of people that want this go up. That's our next. We haven't put we're about to put our stretch goals up here. We didn't have them up week 1 on purpose because we wanted to gauge. We're gonna get this far week 1.
Yeah, we wanted to gauge where we were gonna get. So we're gonna be putting up stretch goals here. But like, I know like what Dan just said. Our next milestone that me and him are kind of both, and I'm sure you both can understand this, is like getting that 100 backers. Knowing that 100 people are going to get the book. Like, oh God, I can't wait to like hit that. I don't care what the dollar amount is. Like, I can't wait to hit that 100 number. We're getting pretty close.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I want to go through the perks. I want to do things that you haven't gone to, because everybody after the first campaign.
Oh, you got a backer?
Yeah.
What?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that was the Phil's backing right there.
Holy shit. Where's it at now?
78.58.
Change it to ruples.
I know, but what is the
88 backers?
88 backers. Wow, that's crazy.
88.
That's awesome. Yeah, that 100 mark is such a nice.
It is.
Just cozy.
So,
feel.
Sherry's asking a big question. Why are you not in yellow, bro?
Because I'm the cream filling on this.
Yeah, somebody's got to be the cream in this Twinkie, friend. It lasts forever.
Oh, Jesus.
We're all just banana peels here. Somebody's got to be the banana.
Yeah.
So I don't want to. I find it odd. It's not odd.
Yeah, we do look like a peeled banana right now. I'm like one peel, and then there's you and He's like
I know.
he's like the banana at the top.
Yeah, dude. The stem or whatever. Yeah.
We love
Bite
Mo,
into the
AR.
Outburrows banana today, friends. You don't want to miss out on this delicious nana
Dude.
flavor.
Somebody
love
needs to
Mo,
make an
ARO.
Art Bros banana T-shirt because that would be
Right.
fantastic. It needs to be yellow with like a black banana on it. That
Sub
would be bad,
24
actually.
eyes.
Yeah, 24 Eyes is up in here. What's up with the owls? Throw some owls in there.
Nanners. Yes, nanners.
So it's surprising that you actually have a couple black and white tiers because you got Billy's strong work on here. I
Yeah.
really like the black and white because it shows the full breadth
Value.
of what you kind of put into it, Dan.
Well,
but
I would say the first voice of somebody that I actually heard say something about the black and white version was Preston Acevedo said to me on a stream. He's like, bro, he's like, no offense to you, but I just want this in black and white. I just want the black and white line art. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's all, and like, I'm not saying I don't want to back you. He's like, but if you don't have a black and white tier, he's like, it'll be less appetizing to me as a buyer. And I was like, oh, I was like, that much, huh? I'm like, okay. So I was watching people like Irene with Fiendish, and she was doing like both. And I was like, well, I guess people are willing to do that. So we'll do it and see what happens. And
I've
so
done it several times.
Yeah, me too.
I did it with
Same thing.
Fiendish, Sunsworn. I
Yeah.
forget who else, but it's
656
nothing against Billy
stuff.
because I love Billy.
Yeah.
But I might have to go grayscale just because I'm just a fan of that.
Dude, it's no offense. Like, even as the colorist on this project, like, Dan had already made the decision kind of like even when I came on. But like, for me, I felt this. I mean, I fell in love with Dan's work in its raw grayscale form. Like, that's what made me like, oh my God, I want to color this. So it's like people not getting like to have that like type of product, like that sparked my excitement. I thought was just absolute no brainer. Like there was no way that we couldn't do a grayscale version of this book. It looks too good.
It has to.
Yeah.
So what's the page count on here, Dan?
we got 64 pages worth of story, and but the book should come in at about 80 pages altogether because we're going to add some stuff in the back, like some of the design stuff, maybe even some early concept drawings of the character when I first started drawing her. We've got about 4 or 5 alternate covers that I didn't use that probably will go in the back there, and some various other like character design stuff. So
Cool.
Yeah.
I think most people may. I don't know if most people, but I've picked up a piece from you that you did of. Geez, I don't know why I'm blanking on her name now from Monster MD. Help me out if you can. Heidi. There we go. But yeah, I got your original that I have not put up yet, but it'll be back there at some point. And just trying to find the right frame. However, dude, it's such a, your style is like clearly you. I don't. People say that about my work sometimes, but I don't see it. I think mine's probably kind of generic. But yours, I feel like you can tell you got this like kind of chunkiness that is Joe Mad, but this anime something or manga influence that's different than others. Maybe like it's almost a storybook in a way too.
Cool.
I don't know.
Nice. That's
some
awesome.
collection of that, which is
it's nice. Well, like you said, when you yourself, it's like I see for certain things that I know that are like my, I don't know if you'd call them crutches, but they're stylistic choices you make to do something a certain way that's your repetitive go-to. So I see that as my stuff, but I don't quite see what other people see. And I think that's with most artists, for the most part, we don't really see the thing that is uniquely us in the thing.
Yeah.
So it's cool to hear
we're only
what
looking out our own eyes.
Yeah.
Dan, I mean, as well as you, Joe, it's this new breed of creators that are coming out of the indie space that are, either in their late 40s or early 40s, late 30s, that like truly have this crazy like hybrid style where it's like just as much European as it is Western as it is manga. It's like all three happening at once, and you can really see each influence just as heavy as the next, and no one style necessarily overpowering. It's like somebody that's just like, yeah, I liked comics and I liked anime and I liked Ralph Bakski's Wizard or Heavy Metal or whatever. You know, like
Yeah,
I like
Mobius
all
or
those
whatever.
things.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a
As
lot of
much
that going
guff as a
on.
guy I liked as Lord of the Rings. Just saying.
You know, when I first saw that back in the day, I kind of enjoyed it, but I was like, was not into as much because I grew up. I started with the Rankin Bass Hobbit.
The Hobbit.
But I watched that new.
The
I watched the
hands
Ralph
in that
Bakshi version more than I watched the Hobbit. I'm like way more into it.
I like studying the hands in the Hobbit one. Like the
Yeah.
way that those were animated were just, again, chef kiss.
Yeah,
Chef kiss.
I love
the way that even back then,
environment
before
stuff.
the days of HD, like how good the watercolor texturing looked on that animation. It was just like, God, this is in 480p. You know, it's like, but it still looks like
And to your point, Billy, it does seem like these creators that we're seeing have been fans of all these different things, and all that inspiration is being honed into their creation.
Right.
That's exciting to see what's going to come up out of all that. Through all of our own voices.
Same thing with your work. Like when I try to explain people your work, Jeremy, I'm like, it's like this weird dark crystal kind of manga. This high fantasy with like monkey people, like
no furries.
No. They're like,
I got it.
no. That's why I said your characters are more like like I said, they're like European elves or fairies.
Right.
You know, they're not pretty on purpose.
Make damn big. Yeah, make damn big.
Look at that.
Slowing on me. I'm getting.
I clicked a few records here and there, and I got this not too long ago, and I was really blown away by the jacket art on this thing. Is like really awesome. It's the Ralph Bakshi one, but it's got like cool like, painted environments, and it's got this one, which I think this is
holy crap, that's nice.
It's ribbon.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And then all these shots for things,
stuff like this, incredible.
And on the discs, they have this image which I love. I'm gonna steal this at some point.
Oh, that is cool.
But it's super cool. It's like a shot of them being carried by like the goblins or whatever. But so it was funny you guys were bringing that up. I was like, I just got this not too long ago.
Awesome.
Visually, like I love looking at. I play it every once in a while when I'm just working here in the studio. But it's visually, like the design of it is just very cool to look at all the graphics.
Yeah. I say this about every episode. If the new series sucks, guys, go back to Beck and Recourse.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and this is the stuff, especially like the Rankin Bass movies, like Sword and the Sorcerer and stuff like that. I know that those are all things that Dan loves, so it's things that I've actually had playing like in the background, like as I'm working on coloring some of these pages and stuff. Like I've been watching Willow again, Dark Crystal, the original Dark Crystal again. You know.
I think you would. I love asking creators or people I'm collaborating with, like like what they listen to, because I try to do the same. You know,
it gets you in the same headspace. Yeah,
yeah. You never know what it is, and sometimes it adds to it. You're like, I'm listening to like prog jazz right now, so I'm like, well, all jazz is kind of prog, but like new age is kind of stuff. But anyway, the point.
I listen to a lot of jazz too, so
there you go.
Yeah.
So it adds a little bit to it. Chris Fisk is saying, I grew up with anime from 1970s.
Yes.
Didn't even know what anime was. Star Blazers, Force 5, and G-Force. I feel like there's a lot of that. I don't know what age that was. For me, I was really young, probably too young to know what anything was, but
Joe was born in 80.
We called it Japanimation back then.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. That's what Andy Smith calls my style. It's pretty funny.
Man, I'm the cream filling, bro.
There you go. Yeah, I feel like next time this happens, we'll have to make up like some sort of, I don't know. You have to do something because you're the odd man out, Jeremy here. So
I got a memo. I got a memo.
I know this is all just magic, dude.
I showed up and everybody's in yellow shirts. I was like, whoops.
I see original art page is $300.
Yeah.
which is a good price. I feel freaking Artsy Bear told me I had my charge was too low on my page, which I haven't
was
changed
yours?
yet, but I got it at what 250, 220 or something.
Okay.
But for me, I wanted to like anybody who's backing the first book. This is not the second book. It's not the third book. Any who's backing the first one, I was like, I'll reward you. The next campaign, they might be 500 next time.
For me, it came down to I just like personally, I didn't want to really let the pages go, so I was like, what is the amount that I'd be like, okay, I could probably let this go, and that was kind of like the amount I was at. Also, you get a copy of the black and white version of the book with that tier as well.
Right.
So, and then if they wanted more stuff like the color version or a T-shirt or whatever, they could do that as an add-on because all those things are add-ons on there, or the pencil sketchbook, all that stuff.
It's all good. I mean, it seems like you're, no matter what you do, if you overprice or underprice, like it's or undercharge, it's interesting because like even if no one picks it up, it almost creates the demand next time because you're just going to be like. He
thought he wanted to do 250 at first, and I was like, "You want to do 250?" And I could see the look on his face, like he was like a mama bird, and I was a snake, like reaching in, like with like a mouth around like an egg. I was like, 250, okay? And he's like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's great stuff. Quality, and those ones that you showed us, my gosh, that's like finding the new epic view of it in the best like communication. Like those pages you showed were insane.
Yeah.
I mean, the gray tone version was always meant so that it could stand on its own without ever having color on it. I mean, when you see these gray tone pages, they're just phenomenal,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I dig that panel there. I always love the white kind of blaring backgrounds. I've done a couple myself, but they're some of my favorites. I do enjoy those. Powerful stuff. So I plan to back. There's an insane amount of stuff coming my way right now. I just had to buy thousands of dollars of a couch.
Oh God, buying a couch sucks.
Dude, it sucks so bad.
It's like buying a car for inside your house. It sucks.
Dude, it's weird. I'm like, dude, this is definitely worth more than my car.
I just cruise the neighborhoods and look for couches that have been cast off, and I'm like, oh, someone didn't love you anymore? I'll take you home.
One of my friends just bought a couch this past week, and it's rather big, and it's got the reclining chairs and the console, but her husband, his feet, when he sits in it all the way back, his feet don't hit the floor. And it's like, nope, the couch has got to go.
Oh, geez.
She started saying, kick your feet.
Couch talk, dude. So we're going to come up toward the end here. Show the top of the page again. Let's refresh just in case some random other person didn't back. But yeah, dude, this looks great.
Another backer, 89.
Yes. Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. God,
Art Bros Gleam.
We're getting the Art Bros bump. It's
right?
Now.
It's the gleam here. Art Bros Gleam.
It's the gleam, bro.
The gleam? The gleam. Okay.
Yeah. I think we're going to come up with a t-shirt eventually.
It's from the Double Dragon remake. And
the weird one. I forgot. It's a funny one, dude, where like in game you like give each other high fives to power up.
If you move me to like just above or just below Joe, I think we would have the gleam and the color scheme here going. Because it would go from like the bright orange of the sun to the white wisps of the ends.
Right before because
he's trying to get the art scale.
Yeah.
Just because I know we're getting close here to the end, one thing I wanted to just point out that was kind of just outside of it a little bit was after launch, we made 2 small adjustments to the campaign. Dan
the shipping.
Looked into his heart and discussed it with me, and we kind of like went around. So we actually added 4 tiers after the campaign launched, and they are each one they're black and white in a color. But we added a down under black and white and color tier, and then we added an international black and white and color tier. So anybody that's in Australia or if you are in the UK, European Union, or Canada, you will get. We reduced the shipping down so that we didn't want people that possibly want to get the book. We didn't want them to feel like kept out or like they were going to have to be paying over, more than double the cost of the book just to get it shipped out to them. So we reduced, depending on your area, we reduced shipping by 33% to the European Union, UK, and Canada, and then we reduced shipping by almost 45% to Australia. So. Yeah,
really, it came down to like I don't want anybody not to be able to get it. So I'm kind of like, if we take a little bit of a hit, I'm more happy that people are gonna be able to get it and have it than I am about like saving money in the shipping. It was just one of those things where like everybody's like, I was like talking to people that had campaigns like mid range as well as bigger campaigns, and I said, so what should I be charging for shipping worldwide? And they're like, probably like $30 because it's going to be between like $27 and $35 depending on where you're shipping.
And as soon as we put that 30, it made so many people sad.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, I really wanted this," and I was like, I don't want anybody not to be able to have it, So I was like, "What do we do?" And then we found somebody in Australia that was willing to like be our shipping fulfillment there, so we're going to ship them a few books and so stuff like that. And the other thing is with these tiers. They still have the option of getting both books and like some of the add-ons because they all have add-on capabilities to them. I think the only thing they can't get is the t-shirt. And I think that's because some sort of shipping thing. I can't remember what it was, but I remember Chubb from Mary Boys was talking about shipping shirts. There's some sort of issue when it goes through.
And that tier that you're on right there, it doesn't say it, but we ran out of space. Indiegogo lets you put 10 things, so it has 10 items. But we'll be adding more than 10 items to that, and that's pretty much the subscription box. So when we add any stretch goals that are like add-on items, like variant covers or trading cards or anything like that, the Goblin's chest will just have those thrown right into the subscription style box for that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be
everybody.
That would be a full chest.
Yeah. Everybody else won't be penalized. We'll do it secret tier style. So if you want to do the add-on, you won't be getting extra shipping onto your order. But people that do get the Goblin's chest, they get everything in perpetuity. What anything we add, they just get it.
Yeah.
Nice. Bring in the goods. So the t-shirt you're saying can't go to Europe or something? Is that what you're saying?
There was something weird with shipping the shirt with books or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I mean, I don't know. We'll still figure it out.
We have that same issue at some point here coming up.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
it wasn't thank you so
major,
much.
But it was just like I was just trying to like keep stuff like in the realm of like the least like because I'd heard that like people were having difficulty shipping odd shaped things and the size of packets of like there's weight and like everything else and I can't remember what it was Chubb said, but I remember watching him on a stream and he was saying like because everybody was like, oh, no shirt on this campaign. He's like, no, he's like, because getting the shirts shipped or whatever out of the UK is difficult. Like, so he was only allowing, I think shirts where he was only going to be selling them within the UK or something. And I was like, okay. And I was like, and I'm just trying to like, I'm trying to keep the possibility of me messing myself up on this as low as possible because this is a learning experience for me, like doing this. And that was like the first 3 days were like super stressful because it was like people were like, oh, the shipping's expensive. And then I was like, okay, how do we fix this shipping situation? And there may be a situation in the UK where like we could get it done in the UK and shipped out there for less. And if that's the case, I might do a little bonus thing for the UK people since they might be paying a little extra, but we'll see.
Right. Yes. Speaking of, we talked about it slightly before, but here's a little sequitur. So Star Circuit.
Yes, Fred.
That's an issue here coming up. I didn't realize how cheap I was selling these bad boys, but while I show this here, I'm selling these things for mad cheap. These are $60. People that actually 3D print say I'm like an insane person.
You are. I
kind of am. And on top of that, the shipping's kind of cheap too. So There's only, I think, 20 or so left of these.
How much are they, friend?
They're $60. Let's go down here to the
How much is shipping?
25 or something. Not much. But still, it's that's for international, which is way less than what you'd have. I think 15 for US for shipping. But
get those and spot paint them up, friend, and drop a little bit of glow in the dark gloss on them, or some neon.
Sounds like we got a new contestant for the contest, Joe.
Heck yeah! So there'll be a contest for that down the road. But the book is fresh off the printers for the second time, and we'll be getting these things out to you soon. So it's a perfect time to back Star Circuit. You literally don't know what's coming to you when you get this book. So
I backed that like the first week.
Well,
I don't even remember what I backed.
I'm expecting to get a package from the future.
It should be. It should be.
From the
Speaking of, it will be coming to you hopefully within this November holiday season here. That's the idea. So we're trying to get to 19,000. That'd be great. But yeah, don't worry about it coming to you before this holiday. I think it'll make it. And also, we have a couple other little things that I wanted to bring up. One being this Ultimate Art Guide I've been putting together. It's a compendium of resources, little links and things that I try to kind of gather from all the guests that come on. With you guys, we wanted to focus on the book, but maybe if you guys want to throw out a resource that you really like, we'll put it down. But yeah, this is what it is. We collect all the favorite resources from people for everything that you need to do to become a competent artist and whatnot. And we'll start filling this thing out. You have any ideas?
Books or anything like that?
For me, it's always going to be. I have two pretty great art mentors that help me get me to where I am. So it's like Trent Kanuga or Mark Brunet's classes. I suggest to anybody that's really trying to up their game. Both of them really give you the straight and skinny about what it takes to be a professional artist, not just be a hobbyist artist. So it's their content is definitely geared towards someone that's a bit more serious, gearing towards the professional side. So
we got them both.
Maybe a little bit rough
here before.
Oh. There you go.
Nice. So they're both on there. So the link is in the description, folks.
I will throw this one on there. I don't know if it's on there, but these guys, they do about once a year.
This isn't
how I learned what to do, but even I now look at this book for ideas of ways to do things differently.
Really great series. Really great series. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're mainly on Kickstarter, but every time they do a new campaign,
what is it? The Everling?
The Etherting brothers. And
they trained a bunch of they're teachers now. They've taught a generation of animators.
It is spelled. Where is it? It's not on the cover. It's just Lorenzo on the front here.
Huh.
Let me look here.
I think they'll be able to find it with Lorenzo, right?
Yeah. There should be a website on here. It's the Etherting Brothers.blogspot.com.
Etherting? Like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. ETHERINGTON Brothers. And you can find them on Twitter too. They put out a whole series of books. Like I said, they've trained a whole generation of animators that we know and love. They're pretty amazing stuff. It's pretty amazing stuff.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I'll correct what we have there.
From the simplest things like feet and shoes.
Nice.
To
this is what we get at Art Bros here.
Well, Dan, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you short, but
how to draw water.
We do need to.
So you got your next
there's a lot of stuff in these books.
Nice. Right. Well, I'm definitely going to bring that up for you, or for everybody on the resource guide here. Let's bring up the last thing before we go. Sign up for Beck and Recourse, everybody. Link is in the description again. I know you guys have another stream to go to, right?
Yeah, right now.
We don't want to hold you guys. Thanks for showing up, everybody. We're going to close out. Good luck on the campaign trail.
Thank you for
Go
having
Star
us, Brent.
Circuit, Mike.
Thank
Go
you so
get-
much, Joe. Thank
go
you,
get
Jeremy.
Goblin
Thank you, the
Girl.
Yes,
chat.
huge.
Yes.
The gleam,
Yeah.
yo. The gleam.
Gleam. You guys can bounce out. We'll just say goodbye to the
Gleam,
chat.
gleam.
But good
All
luck.
right. All
All
right.
right.
Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Peace out.
All right. Later, man.
Yeah.
Bye. So yeah, I wanted to get have a second with the chat. That way you don't ignore anybody that popped in here, like
Of course.
Herrenberg.
Herrenberg. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for dropping those links. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
got some new links. Wanted to give
Collision
like I
bomb.
said,
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
a second for Beck and Recourse as well.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah,
Thank you.
No worries, dude. It's looking hot, and that's saying something because we just had a lot of boobage up here, and it's still looking hot. We have this thing coming out probably. What do you say? 6 months or less.
That's when the hard deadline is, so it'll go live in 5 months and a week,
Okay.
or 5 months now. My aim is to have it done and ready before the campaign starts, but I've got to vet the printer and everything, so I'm trying to go as fast as I can. But you all can keep up with me at Zade Studios every Friday and give me hell there. I'm used to it, so let's do it.
Yep, meet them up there on Friday. Lastly, I want to show Mavericks off.
Yes.
Because I have a cover here.
Just got my email that's on the way to me.
Heck yeah, dude. So yeah, we got plenty of stuff coming. Go back at those in demand. Mine is my cover is the Spare magazine letter C. Jeremy's got a stretch goal down here. This time we'll try to get down there and show off the stretch goal for Jerem. It's down here toward the end. I know that. There we are. This one here is Jeremy.
Boom.
Bam.
Boom.
And so yeah, there's plenty to get. I also have, if you get any of the big major books or the major perks, I believe, especially the top one here, Fully Loaded Campaign, you're going to get my sweet side book. So I have a book in here as well. Get ready for that. Mavericks, everybody. Oh, we don't want that. We want Star Circuit. And lastly, back Star Circuit. And it'll be a bright day when we get this book in. I appreciate everybody showing up. Jeremy, thanks for joining me.
No worries, bro. I didn't make the heavy joke with the last book, but guys, go back some books. That last book has got the heavies. It got the heavies. All right, guys, go back some books.
Oh, I have to do this now that Sherry brought it up. I'm sorry. Sherry brought up an ad. We bought an ad for Alterna, and Alterna is the indie comics kind of publisher by the famous Pete Samedi. He's been running it for a while now. But yeah, he on his recent Indiegogo campaign, he's had a thing where he's got an opportunity for comics to have ads on their book. So we put up one for Star Circuit, and I'll show the ad off because Sherry helped out making this. She pretty much did pretty much everything on this thing. So I want to show it off that way. I don't miss out on sharing this. So here we go.
Boom.
Bam. So this will be on the back of
Nice.
This will be on the back of an Alterna book coming to you. It could be. I think they give you an option. So it's either going to be on T-Bird and Throttle or what's the other one? Clint Stoker's book, the Downcast. So it's either one of those. So check it out. That'll be on the back cover. It'll be awesome. A great little thing.
Hey,
and
well done, Sherry.
yeah, Sherry did a great job. So hail to my girlfriend.
Sherry crack pack now, Joe.
Yep. I don't want to buy that again. All right. So here we go. We're out of here. Have a good week, everybody. You too,
Later.
Jeremy.
You too, buddy.
So long, everyone. It's been real.
Sure.